Here we are, our first game of the best of 3 on North. Green team, TWA, the Northern Spawn, going to be running Vermont, Burgoyne, Moskva, Minotaur, Marseille, Marceau, Gdansk. You can Gdansk if you want to, you can leave your friends behind. Meanwhile, for red team in the Southern Spawn, YOBOY running Montana, Kremlin, Moskva, Napoli, Shmikazi, Marceau, and another Gdansk. Your friends don't Gdansk, like, your friends don't Gdansk, and if they don't Gdansk, then no good friends, yes. Anyway, look at some builds. Take a look. Fearless Brawler, AFT, no RPF, improved survivability expert. So that's also build. This pretty standard build for Gdansk. Going to be using Jersey Swirsky, going to be running AFT, RPF, and concealment. It's going to be the same for all 3 Gdansks, I assume. Actually, this one's not running RPF. He doesn't actually. No, that's a Minotaur. Never mind. I'm just dumb. Anyway, Minotaur, yes. Minotaur, Kinyard, going to be running RPF. He's going to be running a radar Minotaur. I suppose there's enough smoke screens being provided by the Gdansk as it is. We got Reload Mod on KotS, going to be running Fearless Brawler, not going to be taking outnumbered. We've got Burgoyne of Snackman, going to be taking heavy AP and not taking the extra heal, going to be taking both Brisk and Turret Traverse and Expert Loader. Very unique build. You've got Vermont here for Silver Blade. You're going to be taking Swift and Silence plus DC Fire Prevention. Going to take rid of Shift Module because, you know, you can't take Engine Mod. Pick up some red team builds. What we got here? We got Shimakazi, who's going to be not taking the improved survivability expert from the commander. It's going to be taking the legendary module. Please take the improved survivability expert. It's literally free. You choose what the right captains. Gdansk here, using the improved captain, AFT, RPF, standard build here. Moskva, going to be using the legendary module, as expected, as most Moskvas do. We got Montana here, going to be taking improved repair party readiness, question mark? Alright, that's a choice. Moskva, legendary module, parked up behind that rock there. Then we've got Marceau with Fearless and RPF, no AFT. And then we've got Napoli behind that, who's going to be running Reload Mod in slot 6. And finally, the Kremlin is going to be running full time, pretty much. Sorry, guys, sneeze there. Alright, let's take a look at some initial deployments and strategies. So, a green team going to be sending over the air cap. We have Gdansk, who's going to go down here and then just zone control all of this. He's going to have a Burgoyne in backup. We've got this Gdansk, who's going to be like playing radar bot over here. He's going to have a Minotaur up behind him, so you can pop a smoke screen down there, and the Minotaur can sit behind it, and the Minotaur will also have a double radar around there. We got the Vermont, who's hanging around here, but now we're going to have shells there and there, depending on where he's required. He can also just turn around and go down this way if he wants to. Moscow, going to take this man island, all this zone. You got Marceau, Gdansk, going to be diving for a quick fast cap here. Marseille is going to be going down there. And this Marceau, Gdansk are looking to either hold or force a push. Red team deployments. Then have a Shimakazi going for the early cap. Napoli, they're just going to be a kiting force trying to deny any sort of push into them. We've got Gdansk here, who's just going to be doing the same thing over here. Moskva is taking a very interesting island that will give him radar control over 2 caps. Secondary Moskva here. Position on this side of the island, he's going to have shots this way, question mark? It's an interesting choice. Montana here, looking for anything on a crossing. And then we've got Napoli, Kremlin, Marceau. Kremlin obviously going to be trying to force his way up there. So, early cap was taken by TWA. They got the initial point advantage, 15 points they took from the E cap. YOBOY now looking to block or potentially retake that. Both home caps have been taken by Gdansk and Shimakazi. Are we going to get anything in for the reblock? Yes, the Marseille of KotS is going to get in for the block, so that's going to be perma-locked. And he's in a nice position where he can actually farm from here, whereas this is now just, he has to sit there, he's not actually providing any sort of support at all. And if the Marseille Hydras, no, he doesn't have range. Gdansk is going to be able to radar this, and this Marceau is going to be able to like, get some resets and stuff on them. But the trading has begun between this Moskva and Marseille. In fact, the focus of everybody's eye is currently on the Moskva. The Moskva does take a big chunk from going to Snackman over there, just managing to lob that island. That's going to force him forward. And now both these Moskvas are going to be hydering each other through the island. Unfortunately, there's nothing really here to farm this Moskva out, and they don't really have angles from over here either. So basically, this Moskva is going to suffer. Marseille is going to be perma-spotting him. This Marseille is going to be dark while he's firing as well. And this Marceau is going to be allowed to farm as well. So this Moskva is going to suffer. Cap is blocked by both teams currently as well. Contest on at the sea cap. Gdansk will both spot each other. Vermont of Silverblade does have a salvo for the Gdansk. Radar not quite ready. He's going to hold that radar until Silverblade has a reload ready. Actually, let's double check what Silverblade's modules were. Silverblade is taking reload mod. No, that's Gdansk. Hang on, what's Silverblade running? He's running reload mod. No, he's running plotting room. He's running standard mod. He's not actually running the new legendary module. Shimakaze did get spotted by Gdansk of Striva over here on the one lane. That's going to force him back. Minotaur of Kinemod also was spotted during all this after he opened up, but the Napoli didn't really get anything to connect on him, and there's no battleship pressure over here either. Both battleships being focused over on the 10 line for YOBOY. YOBOY's Moskva is still being farmed by KotS' Marseille. Here comes the Kremlin push. Marseille Hydro is up for another while yet, another 100 seconds. And we see the Marceau torps going towards us. Napoli going to be diving forwards, and this could be a really awkward timing for these Marceau torps. Kremlin's going to get past them, but Marseille is... the Napoli is going to not. Actually, Napoli managed to stop shy, and Kremlin does in fact take some. Never mind, I'm just dumb. Alright. 2 torpedoes for the Kremlin, but he is going to be pushing up towards the Marseille. That's going to force KotS forward. I'm not sure if the Gdansk has a torpedo reload ready, but he is down to half health already. Having a look at what's happening over at A, we got another radar coming out from the Gdansk, going to be spotting the Shimakaze once again. That's going to allow Kinemod to get some salvos out into him, and there's really nothing going to stop him from doing that apart from the Napoli, but looks like he's not actually going to open up yet. KotS being kind of turbo farmed now by the Moskva. Kremlin down to half HP already. Gdansk of Vile going to be looking for looking for a few torps onto him. Managed to connect 2. Napoli comes out full broadside. It does actually get a secondaries onto the Gdansk very briefly, but he takes a giant chunk from the Marseille for his trouble. The Marseille is going to push forward a little bit and just continue raining down on the side of this Napoli. Kremlin comes around the corner to try to do something. Napoli torpedoes come out towards the bow of the Marseille. Marseille's going to try and reverse away from it. Marseille takes 3 fires, then takes takes torpedoes. Kremlin going to be taking some Gdansk torpedoes. Marseille's going to be pushing towards it. Marseille is bloom spotted. Kremlin goes down. Gdansk goes down. And Marseille goes down. And that's going to be a nice little trade for YOBOY. They actually managed to trade 1 ship for 2. However, they are still taking a little bit of damage onto their Marseille for that. Napoli is also probably going to go down here since Anlai has been raining down shells into the side of him. And we also have this Vermont of Silverblade. There we go. Let's connect. That's 2 for 2. And now TWA are ticking 3 caps to 0 as they managed to take both home caps as well with this push. C and D not even close yet. So 3 caps currently in favour of TWA, all ticking points. Marceau of TWA does have the HP advantage, so this should be permanently secured. And then this Moskva here pops his radar. We'll be finding the position of the Montana and Moskva. Gdansk trading once again, and Burgoyne kills the Shimakaze. This is over. TWA are going to have a complete surround once they get this Marceau kill here. He does know the approaching direction of the Marceau. Marceaus will now spot each other. Moskva getting involved too. And YOBOY's Marceau will go down. And he will not be able to trade for this, and this part cap will be permanently held by TWA now. And this is looking very painful for YOBOY. They're trying to send the Moskva around the corner. The Montana goes for a salvo towards the Marceau, trying to get the last, trying to pick up the kill, but yeah, they get a bit of damage, but not the end of the world. And now Anlai has a bit of a Montana issue, slight Montana issue, but if he just goes forward, he can take this ram and be quite happy with it. Yeah, here comes Anlai. He's going for this ram. Montana gets 1 salvo. Gets the in-cap. He doesn't even get the in-cap turret, does he? Doesn't even get the turret in-cap. Ram comes in. Ramming world warships makes complete sense. Montana is still being farmed though. We will have the Vermont to be able to finish that off, or the Marceau. There we go. Vermont salvo comes in. Marceau is somehow spotted right now when he's firing. Not entirely sure how. Must be line of sight to that Moskva somehow. Moskva radar comes out. We'll be seeing them also now. We'll also see the Gdanskan Sea, but really nobody can do anything about it, especially when this Gdansk is being ran down here by, like, Minotaur and Burgoyne. He explodes. Now we have a Napoli and Narnia, plus Moskva and Moskva there. It's over. It's Jova. It's Jova. It's Jova. Big clap through the Moskva's 25mm plating up in the upper half. Napoli finally takes some damage from the Burgoyne. Gdansk's going to be opening up on that as well. Another Burgoyne cult salvo comes in, the Burgoyne in the back, and the Napoli in the background. Doesn't really do much that time. Marceau getting involved, trying to farm out that Moskva. B-Cap was also taken by TWA, not satisfied with their 3-cap advantage, now pushed up to 4. Big salvo again from the Vermont through the bow of the Moskva, and the Marceau will take that kill, reducing it just down to 2 ships, a very low health Napoli and a very low health Moskva. No, the guy actually killed the Napoli before I could get there with the camera. And then we just got this. With 5 seconds left on the clock. That was a very thorough thrashing by TWA, that. And, yeah, it's kind of to be expected, really, wasn't it? Kind of to be expected. Of course, this is the best of 3 series. We will be having at least one more map taking place on Warrior's Path. I can get rid of this text now. I'm looking at Warrior's Path. Reminder bans for the series: Kleber, Ragnar, and Haraguma were banned by YOBOY. Petropavlovsk, Des Moines, and Brisbane were banned by TWA. And we have like a maximum of 2 minutes between games, so we should be getting it the next game relatively soon. It might be an increase to 5 minutes, I don't know. It says the next game starts at 32 minutes plus, which is in like 3 minutes, so. Here already. YOBOY already. Reminder, watching 90 minutes today will unlock you a KotS green permanent camouflage, which you can put on a ship of your choice. And we have dropped. Sort of. Here are in game 2 of the special 3 between YOBOY and TWA. This game is going to be taking place on Warrior's Path, and the green team and the Northern Spawn will be YOBOY, running Kremlin, Roger, Lauria, Moscow, Napoli, Shimakazi, Gdansk. And then for the red team and the Southern Spawn, TWA, we're going to be running Vermont, Lauria, Moscow, Minotaur, Napoli, Marso, Gdansk. You can Gdansk if you want to. I'm going to continue saying that. I know it's an old dead joke, but I'm going to continue saying it anyway. Let's take a look at some builds really quickly. I'll probably just do a flyover and point out anything particularly interesting, because we've seen relatively standard builds on pretty much everyone. We got, you know, outnumbered on the Shimmer, on the Napoli there. Leg mod on the Shimmer. Nothing particularly spicy, honestly. Laria has DCP mod. Meh. I'll look at the red builds. Anything particularly spicy. What we got? It's a radar minnow. Fearless AFT on the Kleber. Sorry, on the Marceau. Fearless AFT again on the other Marceau. That's my preferred build. I don't really like the RPF. Outnumbered and Top Gear Gunner on the Napoli, along with range mod. So he's going for the increased dispersion at medium ranges. Just like there's an exact point on the curve that moves up if you switch to range mod, because of how the dispersion curve works. It's kind of odd. It's hard to explain without showing you a graph. Then we got Mosscraft Blood Legend as well. Yeah, nothing particularly spicy. We got the heavy AP Vermont for Snackman. That's about it. Alright, initial deployments. Heading over to the A cap. We are going to be sending for the green team. We've got Shima, Napoli, who are just going to like try and like zone, kite, torp. Not really going to be doing too much. Gdansk's going to be trying to man up this island here, or at least like sit here, get a reset, get out. And then everything else is heading over to sea. We'll have a look at how that breaks down shortly. Meanwhile, for the red team deployment, we're going to have Marceau going for the fast cap. We're going to have Gdansk in support of that afterwards. Then we're going to have Lauria and Vermont both going this way. So Lauria is going to head over here. Vermont's going to probably position over here. Minotaur is going to join up with Gdansk eventually. Moscow is going to take this island. Napoli's going to sit and kite this solo. Probably going to have the Marceau or Gdansk who've gone for the fast cap. One of them will rotate off and then just join over there. Having got this green split though, we're going to have Moscow going for this island. Kremlin is going to look for the positions around here and then potentially good dive down there. We're going to have Moscow going here. We're going to have Napoli looking to go around there. And then we're going to have the Lauria just sitting up here farming everything and eventually going for a push. B-cap was taken by this Gdansk and Marceau super early on. So once again, TWA getting a super early point income advantage. Marceau will be entering the A cap now. Gdansk will be rotating off towards A as well. And then Marceau is going to be rotating off towards C. As we mentioned, we're going to have that nice little split there. So we're going to have Gdansk for the extra radar contest over A. And Marceau just doing generic spotting work over at C. Torpedoes towards the Gdansk up here. Did actually connect. So YOBOY's Gdansk is going to be losing quite a bit of health there, and that's health that doesn't come back. Gdansk not having access to heal, also not having access to the advanced saturation. TWA is going to take the A cap. They're now taking 2 points advantage, already up by 50 points. And the Gdansk contest at B is not looking very likely, and neither is a contest from a Shimakazi in front of 2 Gdansks, honestly. That's just not looking very likely. The best they can do is yeet and hope to try and get a nice little torpedo hit with that Shimmer, but no. This C push needs to happen soon. Gonna force the Gdansk through. Moscow radar comes out, does spot the Napoli. You're gonna have Lauria and Napoli potentially decide to take some shots at it, but choosing not to announce their presence. We'll also spot the Marceau of Marcello and the Moscow Blood Legend during all this, but Farming has begun. We got Gdansk on top of that, right on top of the Moskva. Sorry, there's also going to be a nice little salvo from the Vermont behind it. Vermont's like, lol, I'm having your health now, thank you. No torpedo connections from the Shimakaze. Guns opening up onto the Napoli from the Lauria. Says, I am a Lauria. I have sap overmatch. Go fuck yourself. Obviously, all of Napoli's armor in the front anyway, and he was positioned kiting, so he's not going to be enjoying that salvo. Radar comes out from the red Moskva at B, picks up the locations of the green Moskva, green Kremlin, green Gdansk, and green Moskva. The Kremlin is going to be forcing his way through that gap. They're going to try and get that push sorted sooner rather than later. Potential for a Marcelo YOLO on the Kremlin. He would need to land all 12 torps to take it down, though. In fact, I'm not even sure if that's enough. Again, Gdansk just sitting there farming away on the YOBOY Moskva. And the Marcelo going to find a nice angle to farm the Gdansk a bit too. Again, Marcelo looking to get in a position to maybe YOLO the Kremlin at some point. The Kremlin's going to have to go. Napoli and Lauria are also going, but it's so late. Look at how many points have already been taken. It's a 200-point lead already, and that's only going to grow while they hold two caps. Gdansk radar comes out, spots the Shimakaze. Kinimod and the Minotaur are going to have a follow-up radar available whenever he wants to. Gdansk pops up smoke now. Salvo's coming in towards this Napoli. He's just not going to enjoy this. Lauria sap. Yeah, just not enjoyable, is it? Napoli secondaries will be opening up on onto the Dill and the Gdansk a little bit. It does take a fair bit of damage. There must be main guns too, right? Anyway, Minotaur of Kinimod just going to be throwing AP in at the Napoli. Napoli's forced to smoke. But that doesn't really matter because the Minotaur's radaring him. And the Shima's going to take a huge chunk for it. And here comes another Lauria salvo. Kerslap. Napoli down to like a quarter of his health already. Just from being absolutely pulverized by Lauria sap. Because we love sap overmatch. Meanwhile, in the background there, Marcelo and the Marceau did actually get caught out and has everything opening up on him. So Marcel's going to drop here, but that's honestly not the end of the world because TWA are still like massively up by 150 points. YOBOY might go for a contest here with their Gdansk, but honestly, Vile's just going to like shoot him out of it and maybe even potentially go for the kill. Like, here comes the radar. Gdansk of Glotzel Bevel is just going to be forced out here, going to lose more health that he can't really afford to lose. TWA Blood Legend's like sitting there. He's going to have a radar ready immediately after as well for follow-up. Marceau and Gdansk might even get the kill on Glotz. They're going to be continuing the blind fire. They know where he was. They're going to be aiming at the minimap, trying to get that. 2,900 health, 1,973. DCP is available if he catches fire. Alright, shells are starting to miss now. Kremlin is going for the push, but what's he pushing into? Meanwhile, in the corner, Napoli is, 1v1ing the pushing Napoli. Lauria up his backside, though, except this Lauria's chosen to shot AP. And, do damage. Well, back over at A, we're going to be seeing the Napoli is down to almost 0 HP. Shimakaze had to drop an emergency smoke to try and get him out of it, but honestly, the Gdansk and Minotaur are about to run him down, and the Shimakaze's probably not going to last much longer afterwards, because as soon as the Napoli goes down, they're going to have a radar available, and then both the Gdansk and the Minotaur are going to open up on that. Torpedoes at an interesting timing when the Minotaur doesn't have a Hydro available, but nah. Radar comes out from the Gdansk, so that's the Shimakaze. Shima now has to suffer through all of the guns of a Minotaur and the Gdansk on him. Radar's already over though. Secondary's going down on the Gdansk from the Napoli. Napoli actually pushes himself out in front of it. Napoli should be going down though. Shell's going to be ricocheting on him on the border. He's going to drop down on that border. That's going to be where he dies. How much damage he can get out in return is what we're interested in. He's getting a fair bit out, honestly. Zill going to be dropping his smoke, but Napoli's not going dark. Actually, Gdansk takes another big hit. Secondary's still raining in. Lauria salvo should be enough to finish off the Napoli. Meanwhile, it's happening at B. Radars came out. Hydras come out. Kremlin's gone for a walk. There's, a Vermont shooting at the Kremlin on his walk. Napoli did die in the background. Moscow's being farmed. Blood Legend is now waiting for, waiting for the Kremlin to eventually, like, you know, go for it. There was some denial torpedoes coming in, which I think he's been waiting for from the Gdansk. But look at all the farming coming in this YOBOY Moskva. And there's no recap site, no recap in sight for BCAP, so TWA has just been ticking and ticking and ticking in these points. Meanwhile, in the corner, we got Umugu in his Napoli, just like, help, guys, help me, I'm dying over here. Okay. No, you're fine, just die as slowly as possible. And honestly, this is looking like a done deal. We got some torpedoes from the Shimakaze to maybe worry about, but the Minotaur's already hydroing them. They're fine. Zill's gonna have a nice little gap there. Just squeeze in between it. Moscow with Mac Rex is being farmed by Marceau. Gdansk Biles is just waiting for this radar end so he can go back to farming the Moskva. He doesn't have a smoke. No, he doesn't have a smoke ready, actually. Amugu finally gets respotted in the corner. Amugus. Refusing to die because he's a Napoli. 500 health. Okay, Amugu goes down. That's going to give me a little bit of a temporary point swing, but honestly, that's not going to last for very long at all because the Moskva's about to die for YOBOY. There goes that Moskva. That's the points going back to 962. 25 seconds left on the board for YOBOY to try and do something. Here comes the eventual Nolo. I was going to say YOLO, but the Kremlin has decided that he's not actually going to go around the back of the Moskva, and instead he's going to force the Moskva forward, where there's just like, you know, a Gdansk desperately trying to shoot him. Blood Legend just sitting there hanging on. Needs to hang on for another 5 seconds. Kremlin salvo not going to be in time, and that will be a 2-0 to TWA. I'm going to look for game 3.